Welcome back, everybody, to the ESL One Frankfurt qualifier. We have Team Tinker facing up against Elysium Gaming. We're going to jump into the game right now because we had a remake because some server issues, so it is going to be straight into the AP game with us. So welcome in my co-caster, Mr. Rico Barrows, once again. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? And, well, bam! Don't even have to do picks or bans now. Woohoo! Easy.
Yeah,
I just snap my fingers and...
That's the best part, huh, Ryu? Because that's where your moment is to shine. The analysis part. Good thing we avoided that.
I'm the best. All right, this is how it's gonna go down. 5v5. A throne is gonna die, and we're gonna see a lot of deaths this game.
Wow, that's some impressive analysis.
Where's your
analysis? Are you the John Madden of Dota?
What you say here is these 5 players, they gotta run down the lane and take out the buildings and kill the throne, and that's what that's all about now, you see?
Is that you, Real?
Yes, Master.
What is that? What is that? Why are you making those noises? Don't make those noises
I didn't do
anymore. They make me uncomfortable.
I bet it did.
All right, guys. Team Tinker facing up against Elysium, round number 2, but it's still game number 1. This time around, Elysium will not be trying the old 5-man smokeroony. They will actually be just running down middle lane. We'll see what they do here. Lane-wise, it looks like we're still going to be seeing the Shadow Fiend mid, Viper as our safe lane farmer. They are going to be running a interesting 4 position. That's the Night Stalker, as well as an offlaner that we haven't seen in some time, which is the Wind Ranger. But then on the side of Team Tinker, pretty standard lineup for them until the 5th pickup of the Drow Ranger, which is a bit interesting. The 4-man push in by Elysium, establishing dominance over the top rune, making sure there's going to be... It's always a bit difficult to go up against an Earthshaker for runes, but they push back there, and I thought they were just going to sit on it, but maybe not. Maybe they try and get both runes.
It's also scary to go against a Bat Rider who can get sticky napalm. If you get 5 or 6 stacks on you in the early game, you have about 200 to 150 movement speed. That's no bueno. So if you get careless, you can also get taken down by the chase of the Bat Rider. I've done that a few times, and it's nothing to scoff at.
So putting 2 very aggressive wards here. It seems like Elysium are going to be running their aggro tri-lane, which they do oftentimes do with the Night Stalker, because with the boots first allows him to be able to have pressure on that middle lane, especially since the first nighttime now occurs at 4 minutes as opposed to 6 minutes where it used to be several patches long ago. So this is going to be a very aggressive lane that should be able to beat out the off lane Bat Rider, obviously. The mid lane is going to be Qualifier with Way Too Sexy kind of roaming around. And then Team Tinker will be dodging with the Lion and Drow Ranger going up against the Wind Ranger here in the top lane. So, thoughts on the laning stage, Rio?
It's going to come down to this Earthshaker roam, and yeah, I think they're just going to try to do dual lanes or try to get kills on the Storm Spirit mid. Else, you don't really want to stay bottom lane against the Bat. There's no reason. I mean, he can just catch up really easily. So PGG is doing the right thing, coming around, finding somebody. While Way Too, he's stacking the jungle. This could cause him to die here. He's coming over, getting vision. Nice remnant, but
yeah, just barely outside of the vision as Way Too now reveals PGG. They go in for the gank, but Quaifa's already backing himself up. Plus, he's got the bottle, so he's all good. Meanwhile, in our bottom lane, Bulba is being able to push out. Oh, wow, he's actually going to go for this? Jesus, Bulba. So aggressive. All right, he's just forcing him back a little bit. And we'll burn the next creep wave. Trying to kill that as soon as possible before the supports rotate in. His Firefly is almost running out here. If he sticks around for too long, he could get caught. But fortunately, PGG is still too far behind to catch him. We'll just take his clarity off and even throw out a little bit of void damage, but that should be it. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Wind Ranger already popping the Wind Run, so she should be fine. Up against the Drow Ranger, I would imagine the Wind Ranger does fairly well as an offlaner, and besides the fact it's not even really an offlaner here, as he's got the safety of the tower nice and close to him, with PGG also making a rotation. They're going to make this a 2v2 lane now.
Yeah, they kind of rotated a little bit too slow in my opinion.
Uh-oh,
here.
Black.
Black.
He may be overextended. They're going to come in from the side. PGG is here with a Void, slowing him down. Win run. Oh, nice Impale, but is actually going to be enough. Another Void. He doesn't have a mana for it, and I think Wind Ranger doesn't actually have enough damage, and that's why she's going to turn on a Pylai Die. A couple more right clicks, and they've got the power shot. Is it enough? Pylai Die survives with 10 HP, and now PGG may fall. One last hit, 3 HP. He dies to the Wind Ranger, but now Black is going to fall in exchange for that one. He ends up dying as the Impale just isn't there in time, and 1-for-1 exchange. They lose the support Night Stalker and give away First Blood, but Black does end up giving the kill to the Wind Ranger in return. So it seems like a pretty even exchange. And meanwhile, in the middle lane, we do have dual lanes there too. Quaifa's going to be pulled back over the Fissure as Lolik is rather the one pulled over the Fissure. But Quaifa with his haste rune not able to do too much, especially with the Vengeful Spirit already here.
If Venge wasn't there, that could have been the death of Shadow Fiend. He could have dove the tower really easily, but they picked up the, I'm not exactly sure where the haste rune was, if it was top or bottom, but maybe they saw the rotation of it, Venge baiting nicely, knowing that the Earthshaker is camping mid and just stacking the jungle for the Batrider to come back in, so I would have liked to see Elysium rotate top a little bit faster, but yeah, them rotating top, getting that kill on Black is very crucial, just so Wind Ranger can, I don't know if she's going to go phase boots first or a bottle after these boots, but she needs to find a way to get mana regen.
Bottom lane, Batrider already has his Tranquil Boots, so it seems like Bulba's having a decent time up against the Viper. Not too terrible. They are going to be making another rotation here. Pylai Die now coming to the bottom lane. See if he can't catch out Travka. And if Travka overextends himself just a bit too much, Batrider with those sticky napalm stacks, they can go for the kill, especially with now Black here as well. So they actually want to fully make a lane swap. Put the defensive tri-lane bottom and now force the Viper to go top, or does Elysium try and make the aggro tri-lane still work?
I think just leave Windrunner up here alone. Batrider is going to go to the jungle and just do something, so that leaves PGG to, well, he's only level 2 though, so it wouldn't hurt him to just, get some levels here or there, but they really need to be putting out the aggression on Team Tinker's really greedy draft. And mid lane, Storm Spirit already at 1,000 gold. What do you think he's gonna go for first?
Is this a good enough game for Orchid? I'm not so sure it is, especially since
I think
SF
it's
is
a
probably
Bloodstone game.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think a Bloodstone game.
Or Lincoln's to cancel the Night Stalker, Void, and Crippling Fear, but more so the Bloodstone just for the raw HP and mana regen.
Right. Because at that point in time, I don't think the Orchid is terribly effective. If you get it before the Eul Scepter on the SF, it's all right, or before BKB. But it's not terribly good versus Viper. He already has enough defense with Corrosive Skin to protect him. The supports are always going to be, countered by Orchid, but that's not why you pick it up. The Wind Ranger, it's actually the only core that I would consider it quite good against. But even that is still a little bit iffy.
Yeah, the only hero it's good against is Windrunner, in my opinion, too. Because the Shadow Fiend is always going to be farming a lot faster than the Storm Spirit, and just because of his raises, go back into the jungle. So he should be picking up an item relatively before the Storm Spirit. And if he gets a Yules or a mech, which is only about 3,000 gold, and it costs about 5,000-ish. So just a timing window, or no, Orchid only costs 4,100. I thought it was 45, but apparently I can't do math anymore.
Could you ever? Really? Real? Could you ever?
I can. Pauses last longer than 5 minutes when everybody's in the game.
All right. We are ready to go once again. If you guys want to tweet at us, the next pause at Dota Capitalist and at Real Burrows Dota. Let us know who you think is going to win or why you hate Real Burrows so much.
That's just shady, dude. How about? Oh man, Alright, I lost.
Radiant's middle tower.
Regen picked up by Quaifa. He's about to pick up his level 6 before the S. Oh, never mind. Lolic's already level 6. How did that happen?
How did SF get 6?
Yeah. He doesn't have more denies. Storm Spirit has actually taken. Oh, bottom lane. PGG has been caught out. He's dead.
Storm went for more runes in the Shadow Fiend.
Okay.
So he was able to just. He probably missed 3 or 4 CS trying to get the runes.
Yeah, didn't get it back through bounty run.
Denied.
Fair enough. I just always saw him like farming up the medium camp, and I was like, that's extra experience right there. Like, you may fall behind in CS a little bit, but you should be close enough to the tower you can be a part of the experience at the very least. But
Alright, well, this is going really well for Team Tinker right now. Their supports are level 3. They're stacking. They're doing stuff while PGG and Venge, Ribo, they're not doing much. And bottom lane,
this could be a
Highlight
kill.
Guy is pretty dead.
Yeah, PGG is going to be able to chase him down for another Void. He's got a stun coming up. Nice Fisher block, and unfortunately the Void is not enough, nor is the Wave of Terror. So PGG still trying to get through that Fisher block.
Obo could be in trouble here too. He's going to see these stacks.
Yeah, he's going to come in, take those last hits. So PGG taking some farm away from Bulba, and perhaps it's not going to be quite enough for level 3, but all right, PGG. Hit him. Good God. What is wrong with him? What was he doing?
I don't know. He missed it twice, so he just like getting furious, so he just keeps spam stopping. It's like, fuck.
He wanted the troll to feel the terror of him about to die.
He's creating space around the map.
Yeah,
That's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing. All right. Black has kind of been left alone here for the time being, as those supports were kind of forced away. Do have, what is it? Oh, Koifa is going to be going for an Orchid. He's got the first Robe of Magi out. He's already has his treads, so.
Yeah, I would think this would be a great game just to play more greedy for Storm, but if he thinks he can get kills with Orchid, there's no, I mean, it's still a great item on Storm just to have the solo pick off on a lot of these heroes.
Jump on a Lolik here in the middle lane, but the TP has already been forced out. They didn't have way too sexy close enough in order to hit the Fissure, so they decide not to dive the tower, especially with the TP coming in.
Not this time.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, look at the build on Black. This is, I don't need the courier build. He brought himself an extra Wraith Band, and then has since then bought Boots of Speed and 2 Band of Elven skins. One for Treads and one for Yasha.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to see. That's, how much agility is that? 12 plus 12, that's 24. He has 24 plus his ulti, which is 40, that's 64. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Cliff, he's just fighting Koifa right now. He does have some support. They get the stun, but the return Fissure is not going to be enough, but they can still get Koifa. Whoa! Did that power shot miss?
Bottom lane, Pyrelight Die might be getting on. Nope, Black. Does he have ulti? He has ulti.
They're going for 2 different targets here. He's trying to kill Black. The TP out. Is it going to be enough in time? The last tick finishes him off, and now Pyrelight Die's in some trouble. He's got a Hex, but he doesn't have enough to save himself against Stravka. And a double for the Viper, as the aggro lane works out for Elysium. Finally.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's really bad for Team Tinker. They were doing so well in this early game, not getting picked off by the aggression that's coming out from Elysium, but now they're crumbling there. They got half the damage on the mid tower because Storm was dead, and that's, you don't want your mid tower taking all that damage. Now they're getting half the damage getting done on the bottom lane. So.
Yeah, especially with an aggro lane that's already going to be able to take that safe lane tower pretty quickly if they're successful. If you take both the safe lane and the mid towers, that opens up the jungle entirely for Elysium to invade.
Yep. And with that, Viper has 1500. He's, I think, going for a fast mech. I'm not exactly sure. He just purchased stuff. Yep. He's gonna be going for the mechanism, and with the sustain of that in these team fights, they don't have a mech of their own on Team Tinker or anything. They're just gonna be trying to split push and split pick off people. So Elysium can. Whoa,
nice shackle shot the lead here. Black's gonna die unless somehow Bulba can save him. Pull back and oh god, he grabbed the creep.
That's really bad.
Oh, Bulba, what did you do? He's going to try and slow down Cliff here with Sticky Napalm staying ahead of him. The power shot slows him down just enough for Cliff to get ahead. Now the ton. He's going to be able to get 2. Nicely done by Pyrelight Die. Double hits from the Rays aren't going to be able to finish him off. And still, Cliff and PGG are still alive. Way too sexy trying to get out. Void will stop him. Turn around. Couldn't even finish off PGG. As a triple kill for Lolik, and Elysium take it hard now to Team Tinker in the last 2 minutes.
And that's going to be...
Oh, the long
our
jump
two.
PGG is going to be picked up by Koifa. So at least, and I can't tell you the number of times I've watched Team Tinker, and Koifa has kind of been the saving grace for them. And that's
that's just all comes down to Black. I think do you remember if they smoke gang down there or did they walk past? Because they had this ward giving vision, and maybe they were trying to bait, but I don't think so. I think they just kind of walked maybe through the whole jungle, and they just Black just wasn't aware of it, and that's very unfortunate that Bulba didn't get a lasso on. Maybe Black would have survived, but not getting one missed lasso in the early game is really critical when the other team has this pressuring lineup. You can't mess up at all in the early game if you're Team Tinker right now.
What do you think about the pickup of straight BKB for the SF as opposed to Yule's Blink or even Yule's BKB?
I think it's great for... It's kind of a iffy situation here because yes, if Batrider, if you can get your Blink or your BKB off as Batrider lassos you or something, then you're not going to take any damage from the magic damage from Team Tinker.
Right.
On the other hand, if you get Yules, you could and Blink, you could go for solo pickoffs, and they don't have that. I mean, they have squishy heroes, and maybe in Storm, Drow, or all their heroes are kind of really squishy and just really mobile. So either you be mobile by yourself with Shadow Fiend, or you just go for the BKB. In this situation, I'd probably go for Yules and Blink just because you know that you can counteract Batrider's lasso or Blink-ins from different heroes. But hey, maybe he's just really worried about the Earthshaker Fissure or the Lion Blink-in too, because normally you see Pyrelite die. I mean, at this point in the game, might be he'd have about 1,000 gold. Right now, he only has 200. That's very unfortunate for him. But game underway now. Gets his party rolling.
Yeah, I always kind of felt like Yules was, especially if you're doing well in the game, the Yules pickup for the SF versus Storm Spirit is super strong, right? If you're ahead in the game, you will oftentimes have Requiem Souls level 2 up, in which case, if you get Yules and you're close enough to be able to get off your ultimate, but more oftentimes than not, it requires Blink as well. You could just like Yules, Blink in, pop the ultimate, and you one-shot the Storm.
I agree wholeheartedly. So it's kind of see when you're normally in this situation, you wouldn't even mind seeing maybe a Midas or two coming out from Night Stalker or even maybe the Windrunner, considering how well they did in the early stage, just to make sure that they have this early game kind of secured even more.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So now 5-man push from Elysium, not a big surprise with their mech and straight BKB. They should be doing a lot of 5-manning and plan to be able to push down. I would say go tier 2. You already feel the pressure in the bottom lane. I don't think you're going to stop the Drow Ranger from taking this tier 1. Even if you TP in, like, you're just going to stall it upright. Eventually, Drow Ranger will take that tower. You might as well go, okay, if he's going to take the tower anyway, let's get an early tier 2 out of that.
Yeah, PGG, they know he's coming in. This is kind of baiting right now.
Yep.
And
Beautiful bait there. Koifa doing like half of his health there with just the ball lightning jump. So they get a little bit too greedy. They hope to be able to like take this tier 2 in exchange for the bottom tier 1 and also get a gank on middle at the same time, which is kind of dividing their resources a bit too much.
Yeah, it is just kind of, you could say, unlucky that they had a ward there, but it's the Radiant side. Of course there's going to be a ward there. So yeah. BKB now finished on the Shadow Fiend. They're setting up a gank. Alright, Bulba, it's your time to redeem yourself. But it's on a Viper with a mech and 1200 HP almost. So I don't think that's your target, Bulba.
I don't think so either, man. I do not think so either. Level 6 soon on the Night Stalker. So he's about to hit his full set of strength. He's a bit behind in experience, though, and that's, I would say, a bit concerning. The cores do make up for it at this point. It's 13 minutes into this game, 4-8 right now as the score. Team Tinker are behind. As you can see, Lolik is topping out the net worth board at 8K, while he's got a Viper sitting at 6,500, and the highest net worth for Team Tinker is only 5.6K.
It's just this Shadow Fiend. They have no solution for it right now.
Yeah.
And this should be a mid tower too. Also, after this mid tower, they might go onto the Roshan pit. So this could be even more bleeding coming from the Team Tinker side. Right now they can't initiate unless they have Batrider with the Force Staff, in my opinion.
Radiant's middle tower
Looks
has
like they're
fallen.
actually going to go tier 2 here. And this is a perfect opportunity because look at this. Pilot Eye and Bulba
Radiant's
sitting there
middle
smoked.
tower is
Like,
under
oh,
attack.
somebody's going to teleport to this tier 2. And maybe they will soon. But it seems like first Elysium want to try and get this tier 2. Or at least force the glyph out.
Yeah, they should
Radiant structures
probably
are
teleport
fortified.
maybe 1 or 2 people top and then 3 people bottom.
Radiant's
Just
middle tower
yeah,
is
you don't
under
want to trade your
attack.
tier 2 in the bottom lane here.
Bottom tower.
There's no point.
Radiant's middle tower
Top
has fallen.
lane, they're gonna go on. Oh, yep.
Yeah, way too sexy is going to be picked off. Pink Panda goes down. And where are the TPs for bottom lane? They actually do give up that tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower
I mean, maybe
has
it's
fallen.
probably for the best that no one TPs because they would have been picked off. But, uh-oh. Maybe Travka? Especially this so close to the cliffs. This is not a good scenario for him. Normally, you can't really go on the Viper, but if they pull him up on the cliffs and just kind of leave him there, they may be able to get the kill or at least kind of stall his
Gated?
aggression.
He doesn't have a TP. There's no way they
Yeah.
can kill him though because
He's too
he has a
tanky.
mech and the magic damage from Finger is gonna do nothing at this rate. So they would need 4 heroes to bring him down. I don't even think. And Koifa, how's he looking? He's got his other Oblivion stuff completed if he wants to buy it, but right now they have to split the map up as much as they can. Oh, look at Windrunner. What do you think she's gonna go for? Maybe a Maelstrom? Blink? What do you think?
How early do you want to get Axe?
Ags, probably.
I don't think
get
it's your
Ag.
first item, right? It's usually your second.
Yeah, you want a farming item normally if you're a carry Windrunner,
Right.
and then you go for maybe a blink if you're or a Force Staff, depending on if there's a clockwork on the enemy team. You almost always need a Force Staff. I've seen a lot of Windrunners go for blink daggers when there's a clockwork, and they immediately get hooked.
What?
And it's a real shame because most of the players nowadays they just go for the DDoS power, but they mostly go for the blink daggers. And when I see them get hooked, I just cry on the inside.
Well, I'm apparently DC'd out for no reason. Valve's just like, no, you don't deserve to be in this game anymore. Your commentating is not up to par, so we're going to kick you out of the game.
He was talking about you, dude. Yeah, Valve. Like IceFrog just messaged me on Skype. He said, "Yo, this Cap guy. I don't know why you're casting with him, but you
Listen,
should ditch
no,
him.
no, no. He
You
didn't
need
do
somebody
that.
better."
He did not do that. You want to know why? Because I once got a compliment from IceFrog on my casting.
Oh,
Sup, son?
Ooh, snap, son.
Damn. That's right.
I-
That happened.
I-
That happened once upon a time.
Yeah, now you're gonna hold it for the rest of your
I
life.
am going to
would
hold it
too.
for the rest of
I
your
would
life.
too.
My time.
Let me finish. I would too, man. Making kudos. Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, what was I gonna say? Oh, that's right. There have been like, what the? All right.
All right, good job.
I almost
You
dropped
lost
an
all
F-bomb
train of
there
thought.
because why the hell can't I get back into the game? This makes no sense.
I'm in the game still. All right, the game started. Are you in?
No, I'm still. What? It's been on
All right,
pause.
the game started. We got Roshan fight. Oh, they're going on the cliff.
You're
They're going on the
lying to
cliff.
me.
The power already pulled him the Roshan. Oh my god. All right.
You're lying to me. I can tell.
No, I'm serious, dude. This Lion, Pilot Die, he just got picked off by the Viper Strike. Doesn't have his Blink Dagger. What the hell, dude? Okay, so about 4 minutes ago, Lion had 200 gold. Now he has 1,700 gold. There's a gold hack in this game.
All right, Toby just dropped from his game too. I don't know what's wrong with the European servers right now, but apparently, a lot of people just randomly dropped. So.
Yeah, Euro, internet dead. Y'all are getting like bombed by DDoS.
That's-
Enjoy.
the whole continent of Europe being DDoSed. If that was the
Get
case,
wrecked, son.
if that was the case, how's Koifa playing?
He lives in a safe zone, and under in the basement
The
where nobody
designated
can
safe
target
zones.
him.
All right. How do I get to one of those safe zones? Please explain. How I
Alright,
like
so
this.
First,
I still can't get in the game. What the hell? All right, Toby's back into his game, but all right, I don't know what's going on. Ryu, describe the game to me.
alright, it's very much in a pause-like state. It's almost like you're in a dream, or it's in the matrix where almost like nothing. It's absolute zero. That's my word. So right now, everybody's frozen in time. We can look at everybody's items, and there's a big ping on the map. It's a big X marks the spot. Maybe that's where you find the treasure. It's underneath the side shop by the Roshan, so that's nice. If they dig it up, they can find some gold. We always like some gold diggers. I know Cap's one, so there's nothing wrong with it.
Hey, listen, man, those older business ladies, you know, they take care of me, I take care of them. Good to go.
No, that's Cougar. You're just a gold digger, dude.
Yeah, I just saying a gold digger. Exactly. So
Well,
chances
they don't have
are.
to be old. Just yeah, okay.
All
fine.
right, fine. I'll go for like chances are, most likely they're an older woman, but fine, very well.
True, true.
Some hot young,
Well, aren't you like 35 now?
some hot young CEO. What? 35. Jesus, I aged real quick.
You did.
That's what Europe does to you. Europe,
You-
a beard and a hipster haircut.
You're born on the day of after leap year, so time travels twice as fast instead of 4 times as slow. Is that correct?
Yes, sure. I've only been here for like a year and a couple months, but I still can't get into this goddamn game.
All right. So what you want to do is there's 2 people still DC'd on Team Tinker. It's Bulba, which he lives in the U.S., so there's and there's probably something wrong with this server, and Black. That's another thing I want to talk to you about. Where is Black stationed right now? Where is he currently living?
I don't know.
Do you know?
I can
Well, you
ask him.
suck, dude. You're the most useless caster I've ever casted with. You don't know anything I ever ask you. Just kidding, man. I love you. Don't.
I
stop talking.
just asked him on Skype, so hopefully while he's reconnecting, he can see my Skype message. He never got back to me about
He's
about doing an
he's in
interview.
game now.
Yeah, he's in
Can
Canada
I ask him
now.
in game? Oh, Black. How's Canada? I should talk to him right now. And then everybody would say, "Shut the hell up."
Yeah, do that while I'm not there.
Well, I mean, Holy Master's still in the game, probably, right? So he'd kick me next game. If there is a next game.
Dear God. Disconnect, reconnect, disconnect, reconnect. Help! Who wants to go on a treasure hunt? Jesus, Ryu.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
What kind of treasure hunt are you doing? Are you gonna play hide the
Nope.
sausage with the Twitch chat?
Hide the sausage, dude. What kind of sausage?
Anyway.
Screw this chat, dude. Everybody's biased and hates me.
Twitch chat hates everyone. Unless you are from them, they don't like you.
True. Maybe we have. Oh, this is what we do. We'll pay.
Oh my
them
God, I'm back in the
like
game.
this.
Woo! I did it.
Oh, Dota list has.
All right, you know what? I told you were lying to me. You haven't even unpaused the game yet. All right. So there is a this Twitter account. It's biased against me, man. So there's a Twitter account out there called @F Every Word. And every single day, or not every single day, every single like hour, Jesus, it tweets out a different word, and it's just like F this, F that. And right now it's through the CAs, right? It went through capitalist not too long ago, and now it just did caster. So I feel a little bit persecuted. I'm gonna report the
Is it
Twitter
that
account
Alexandru?
I'm gonna report it for harassment.
Well, I mean, I harass you more than they do, so I don't see the problem here. What are you trying to get at? You want to be harassed more?
Yes, Ryu. That's the way I like it. My sexual preferences lean towards Twitch chat.
What? Wait, who just messaged that?
No chat, you shut up. Oh dear. Rio, don't get in a fight with Twitch chat. You can't win.
Alright, watch this. I'm gonna win. Watch this. Watch this. I give the
You could have put it in sub mode or something. Is that how you're gonna win? Jesus. At least I'm back in the game
Watch this.
finally.
I got this.
Still waiting on who's Batrider. Alright. Is the Beast up? Did the Beast revive somehow? Is that what happened?
There's a 2-year beast.
Please love me and I'll kiss capitalists at TI5. No! No, you won't!
What?
You're not gonna molest me, alright, Rio?
But it's just a kiss,
See,
dude.
look, the chat still hates you. They don't want you to kiss me.
There's like half hate, half love, man.
Uh-huh.
It's like face like that Mo Boom. Shout out to Mo Gamel. It's like Mo Camel.
What? Alright, let's take a look at some goddamn effigies, shall we?
Dude, effigies aren't the thing anymore because we
That's
can't
an
see our
effigy.
own caster. Can't see a caster effigy. I had this discussion with Toby about 2 months ago or a month ago. Right, was the caster joke. It's pretty funny. But anyway, I don't know. I think what I suggested to Toby with the effigies is, yeah, they should place somewhere in the map where you could see the casters' effigies, and they should all be like facing each other, and we could just, when it's paused, we can all huddle around a fire and just talk about it. It's like a story.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Man, screw you, dude. You never like any of my ideas.
I like Black's one. It's the first time I've seen this effigy.
Where's it at?
Skywrath Mage, and he's like about to shove his staff in the ground or something.
For eternal love?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
That
alright,
looks
whatever.
like, wait. Oh.
Bulba's the Zhao 8 killer. What a player. Let's see, what's that? MLG no scope. Pilot, you could do better. You could do better. 1,000 Years of Pain. That's like some Naruto thing that I don't know about. All right, we're back in the game. Hey, 15 minutes in, 4-9, and we have an attempted gank on Travka. That does not work out. For those of you guys who lost track of our game right now, it is, well, hold up. Middle lane, Qualifier. Nope. Able to zip himself away before the silence can come in. Anyway, we have Elysium are sitting about a 6,000 gold lead and about a 4,000 experience lead. They've been in a dominating position to be able to 5-man down tier 1 and 2 towers. But the Team Tinker side does have a Drow Ranger, which allows them to be able to do a little bit of split pushing. So they've made a trade-off of the bottom tier 1 and tier 2 tower to get some gold in. Now the Drow Ranger and Lion is going to TP out at the exact same time.
It would have been funny if they TP'd to the same spot and then one of them got picked off as Cliff was coming up the cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff coming up the cliff. Just gonna start doing that.
Roshan should be the next target here for the side of Elysium. They do have some pretty good heroes to take it too. The Minus Armor, the Vengeful Spirit, and the SF. They've got plenty of physical damage as well with the Wind Ranger Focus Fire, who did go for a Maelstrom first. Not a terrible surprise there. Great farming item. Good DPS early on, especially with Focus Fire, which is still not leveled up, but he's going to get it at level 10 and 11, so he'll have it when it matters.
Question is, are they going to go bottom lane, or are they going to TP top to make sure that this tier 2 doesn't get pressured anymore? Because, well, middle lane, PGG is fingered and lassoed.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
I forgot I had to put the overlays back on. Missed that kill, but PGD
You missed it! Oh, Firecaster, fired.
Alright. Alright.
I'll be caster now. I'll be main caster.
If I'm gone, you certainly ain't sticking around, Rio. That's the only reason you're getting gigs nowadays. It's because of me.
I agree, wholeheartedly.
Pushing in bottom lane, Wind Ranger. Apparently they're just going to make a trade-off here. Mask of Madness Drow Ranger is going to take down this tier 2. Now the TP's come in. It's just the Viper, though. And still no Focus Fire on this tower.
Missed too. Hey, he's trying to wrap around from the back. He saw Bulba.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, though, as he's going to run like headlong into Koifa, does silence him. Stun's going to come out. There goes the Orchid. Mass TP's coming out. PGG not going to be pushed back over that cliff, but Quaifa zips in to try and finish him off. The silence still not quite enough. 13 HP, and he lives. Black, meanwhile, he almost dies there. Ooh, the power shot just a bit too slow. And the rest of Team Tinker make a clean extraction. But they did lose their tier 2 in the bottom lane, and they couldn't get the tier 2 in the top lane. So Elysium will still get a rather large gold net worth advantage over Team Tinker.
Yeah, if Shadow Fiend had the Yules there, he wouldn't have gotten out, but can't fault him on his item build anymore. But it just seems like if they had one more disable there, could have got a few more. Nice TP out, heads up play from way too. He was about to die. One more right click and Viper would have got him, but getting out in time, really nicely played. And is Shadow Fiend going for a Manta or a Scotty now?
I would presume Scotty. I don't think Manta is terribly effective. I mean, they are going for a lot of early push, and that is quite good. Manta is a great pushing item, to be sure, but I don't personally feel it. There is the Orchid to deal with of Quaifa as well, I suppose. So maybe you're right. Manta is the better option.
I just want Shadow Fiend to have an initiate item.
Yeah.
Like a Blink, a Shadow Blade, a Yules, something, not just a BKB. I don't fault him for going BKB first, but just his next build-up item, he kind of needs to get into the fights. Because you're going to have Batrider zipping around with his Blink. You have Lion now, who has a Blink, going to be going around. And you have to find ways to catch them off. Well, Black, I'm sorry. I didn't want that.
No,
was
don't worry. You were just talking your little heart out, and I was doing my job as a caster to follow that action. I mean, it was pretty obvious.
Moment of silence I gave for him, because it was just dead.
Yeah. 3-man smoke gang catches out Black, and they've already taken all the tier 2 towers. They don't really have an objective to take just yet, but they do have a lot of team fight. As soon as they have their Manta and their Aghanims, I think they just 5-man uphill. In which case, Ryu, do they really need initiation if they're powerful enough and they're strong enough in their 5-man that they could just go uphill and take Raxus?
Dire's top tower is under
When you're
attack.
going against
Radiant's middle tower
if
is
you have
under
the Shadow
attack.
Fiend with his Aegis, it might
Radiant's
be enough.
structures are fortified.
Walk off, Lolik, or is this a gap?
Dire's top
I think
tower
Lolik
is
can get
under
back. He
attack.
doesn't seem to care, though.
Oh, there's the 4-staff. This could be really bad now. He can pull him all the way back to the tier 4.
Dire's
they have to
top
watch
tower
out
has
above him.
fallen.
Yeah, this is why Ribbo's got to be
Radiant's
ready with
middle
the swap.
tower is under attack.
He's got to grab Lolik right now. Swap. Oh, he doesn't get it off, and now the finger of death on Lolik. He's quite far behind. They don't manage to finish him off, though. And now Pylai Die does drop to the Wind Ranger. Enough right-click damage out of that one. Lolik is low, but he's still got the Aegis. So it seems like, nice snag there on Black. The Fisher is good as well, though, and Cliff's going to end up falling here. SF pops the ultimate. He's able to get a lot of damage onto Quaifa, finishes him off before the Ball Lightning, plus the Drow Ranger also to fall there, as they now use this time to push in the range racks. Buyback there from the Storm Spirit. He's going to zip in hot, as Trovka's going to be the first target here. Pops his mech, but he's not going to be long for this world. Now they want to try and go next, as Viper will eventually fall, but it doesn't look like they have enough mana to be able to catch the rest of these guys. So the buyback just gets a 1-for-1. Not great, but not too terrible. They don't lose their range racks. That's the important thing. Elysium are really trying to end this game quickly with their 5-banning.
They didn't lose the Aegis either on Shadow Fiend, but that's about to expire in the next 10 or so seconds. So there's a nice siege. Tower's down, that's the hardest part. And, well, if Vinge was level 11, he would have got that swap off immediately. But sadly, only level 8 here, and no, another pick off. Hope, did you get it?
No, I missed it.
Dang it.
I had a message on Skype, I'll be honest.
you just pulled a me, man.
Yeah, sure. BKB about to be finished up by the Storm Spirit, obviously. Very key item. What other items do we have, though? We've got Blink Dagger on Pylai Die. Bulba has the 4-staff, which you saw last night. Black still doesn't have anything past the Mask of Madness that he picked up a while back. Meanwhile, on Elysium, they've got the Aghanims and Manta, both finished on Trovka and Lolik. And Cliff, who is now going to be going for what exactly with that ultimate? I'm surprised, because I expected an Aghanims after the Maelstrom.
I guess a Hex. You know, they only have they have no mobility. That's my biggest problem right now. They don't have a Blink on Windrunner. They don't have a Blink or Yules even on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
I
but
know they can mode them.
wouldn't you go
and-
blink first before the Scythe of Ice? That way, like you had the blink and
I
oh
would
god, the
love to
smoke.
see it.
Fine. Loic runs into the Drow Ranger, but they don't actually get the pick off unless
Uh-oh,
PGG. No, Black is far enough away, I think. Since they don't have any disables, thanks to no Yules on the SF, they can't really get that. So instead, they're just going to 5-man into the racks. Once again, the range racks is still low. So they can finish it off now. And with, what was that, a gem or just, no, just counter wards.
Radiant's middle barracks
They have a ward up
has
on the high
fallen.
ground too. They have perfect vision of this. And Venge this time is really close. So this is going to take Earthshaker Fissure. Oh, he's a Blink Dagger. So
Jump in, Bulba, there goes the swamp already, and Bulba now trying to get himself out, but the shackle lands on the way too sexy. And they are locked together in life and in death. Nice deny there from
Radiant's
Black,
middle
but
barracks has fallen.
it seems like Elysium not going to slow down at all. Game number 1, they're going to try and take a second set of racks here in 23 minutes, or at least force the buybacks. There's Bulba's. Earthshaker, still no buyback there.
Radiant's bottom tower.
yeah,
is
Viper
under
and
attack.
Viz during that last team fight. Oh, initiation from Storm.
Yeah,
Orchid,
BKB
Quick
goes
was
off from
dead.
Loic. Is able to get a lot of damage out. The PGG, he's going to fall to Pylai Die, who quickly gets cleaned up. Bulba also the same, and with the Drow Ranger already dead as well. That is 3 heroes down. No Earthshaker still, and a Storm Spirit that doesn't have anything.
Radiant's
There it is,
bottom barracks
GG.
are under attack.
Normally you look for initiation or something, but it seems like raw stats and 5-manning for Elysium is good enough to end this game before it ends big.
Yeah, the Viper at the first practice was invisible. He made sure Way 2 didn't blink in and Echo Slam with his ulti, and that basically sealed the deal after the shackle shot landed perfectly. Then they had no initiation after and they went in too early. Bobo went in too early, got the lasso off, but it wasn't timed in sync with Way 2's fissures, so Venge was easily able to swap before getting the fissure down. And well, I think they just need to maybe draft something a little bit better. They kind of felt like the rotations early game from PGG and Rybo were too much for them. And well, I love to see Night Stalkers always work out, and glad to see it worked out this game.
All right, guys. Well, that's just game number 1. Elysium, PGG's team, is able to take out Team Tinker, at least game 1. But we'll see whether or not Team Tinker can keep their hopes alive of ESL One Frankfurt, because they don't want to be dropping down a lower bracket in the very first round. They got to stay in the winner's bracket at least until round 2 or round 3 if they really want a shot at making it to the end. So Elysium Gaming looking to close that casket nice and early, but Team Tinker going to have another response in game number 2.